Was it something in your background, or was it a personal experience that made you believe that mushrooms could be transformative?
I would say it's a combination of all three things. Personally, I had explored mushroom supplements since about the year 2018. I was taking mushroom supplements for the reason that I wanted to not be as reliant on caffeine. I wanted to have more clarity. I wanted to have more focus. So I was taking lion's mane, and I had definitely noticed, a benefit by taking the supplement. But then there was also a period of time where I realized, well, why doesn't each supplement brand, feel the same? And so that was a question that kind of lingered for a really long time, but I never really, did something about it, like in terms of wanting to start a business, based on that.
But by taking it, it started to make you feel better.
100%,
Gotcha.
100%.
Gotcha.
Um, the reason we looked at mushrooms as a whole, another reason that we looked at mushrooms and, for me personally, was we as physicians, we're prescribing medications. We're constantly, Dr. Jarrell and I, we practice inpatient medicine. So we're seeing the sickest of the sick,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
and so we're seeing the limitations that traditional, conventional, modern day medicine has, right? And the limitation here is that there's not enough of a focus on preventative health whatsoever.
Okay.
So we can get you feeling better, but from a standpoint of, are you feeling better from within, in terms of, how you go about your lifestyle every day,
Okay.
that's something that medications can't do on their own,
Okay. And
right?
so Dr. Durrell, I want you to get in on that. Was it the science, tradition, or personal story, but a little bit of a twist? Was there a turning point that you knew it could be a food, a superfood, like more for medicine?
Yeah, I think what happened was, I was kind of on the ground level of this, Keith. And so, as I said, we had a company that was selling fresh mushrooms, lion's mane and oyster mushrooms. So my customers were coming back to me saying, quite honestly, Doc, hey, I feel great, when I'm
Can
eating
I
these
can I
mushrooms.
can I
Yeah.
interrupt for a second? So
Yes.
you guys were selling lion's mane and oysters as just
Yes.
a food supplement or for
Just
medical reasons?
No, we were selling them because we found out that, and this is honest to goodness truth, we found out how popular the lion's mane and oyster mushrooms were,
Okay,
right?
okay,
As a gourmet mushroom, right? And
okay.
so we have a company that was selling this, and I had exposed Dr. Gandhu to it, not knowing that he was already purchasing in another area lion's mane and oyster mushrooms. So
Isn't
it's
that
kind of just a
interesting?
crazy meeting
Yeah,
of the minds here, right?
okay.
So my customers were consistently coming because we could only sell them every other week. So my customers were consistently coming to me saying, "Hey doc, I feel great when I'm eating these mushrooms, but that week that you're not here to sell these things, I feel lousy." So, the wheels started spinning in my head and I said, "Well, let's look into these extracts." Then what happened was the more and more that we looked at the extracts, what happened was we started finding studies that supported the use of the extracts that we hadn't known about. And there were peer-reviewed studies from National Institute of Health, from Public Med. And
Gotcha.
we said, boy, there are legitimate studies out here that support the use of these extracts.
Okay.